Edition of Heels and Faces right here on undividedradio.com. I know it's lunch, I know it's Monday, I know it's hot.
Yep.
But good Lord, we're here. Made it through another scorching hot weekend.
Yep.
And when I tell you it's scorching hot, we worked in a building Friday night that had zero AC going on.
The good old days.
100 and what, 15 heat index or something stupid like that. Outside, so you can only imagine what lack of circulation on the inside of that building was. It was hot. It was hot and miserable. But
Sure.
I still have fun doing it.
Oh, yeah.
I still have fun doing what I do. We had good crowds both nights at OWO. So I know we had a good crowd in MIW Friday night. I'm not sure who else ran, but I know those two in particular had really good crowds. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. Got screwed. And not in a good way. Yeah. Dude, let me tell you something.
I'm so sorry.
Tell me, as we've had this conversation many times.
I know. Go ahead.
What's the difference between a face and a heel?
Well, I know what you're going to me to say
when black and white. What's the difference?
All right.
What's the difference?
A heel cheats and a baby don't, unless. Now there's an unless.
No, there's no unlesses.
Yes, it is.
There's never an unless.
Because it's always an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth.
No, it's not. That's not the baby creed. No, that is not.
It is.
That is a tweener motto. That is not a baby motto. No. No.
Put it this way.
No.
All right, it's happened before. What happens if you've been nailing me with the chain, the whole thing, and you drop that chain, and I pick it up? What do you think I'm going to do?
Sounds like you're scum. Well, it sounds like that means you're not a face. Don't mean it means you're not a good person and you're not a good guy. It means you're a hypocrite.
Yeah.
If you have to stoop to what a heel does, you, sir, are not a baby
let
face.
me ask you this: because you faced a few times, what happened to you if somebody dropped the chain when you were a face?
I reverted back to my natural nature.
Exactly.
But I never claimed to be a good guy.
Yeah.
They just told me I was.
Yeah.
That ain't me. I've always said that. I've always said I wrestle one way and one way only. My way.
And I understand too.
And I will cheat because I've never claimed to be a good guy. My problem is with people who claim to be these pure.
No, I'm not
good
pure.
Guys.
I'm not pure.
I'm a
good
baby
guy.
face. I'm a hero to the people. No, you're not. You trash. You trash, folks.
Yeah.
And trash is what happened to me Friday night.
Okay. Perfect example. You know this too. See me wrestle. For the most part, I'm gonna try to go. I'd rather wrestle technical. I really would. But if we gotta throw hands, I'm gonna throw hands. It's according to what's going on. Plus, no disqualification match. Oh, I'm gonna be nasty.
But that's different.
I'm gonna be real nasty.
No DQ matches are different.
Your eyes.
But that's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about.
Anything goes on.
Yeah, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about heels.
I know
versus
that.
faces.
And what do we say all the time? We argue with this all the time. It's like, but it's true. Because a baby face, no matter what, a face is a face. That's true.
Yes, it is.
But the main thing the face is going to do, the face is going to steer and get along with the crowd. Like that, going to try to be and try his best to do the best he can, the cleanest he can. Period. But he is only human, and I'm only human. So if so
basically, you're telling me you have to give in to your basic nature because the straight and narrow path don't get it done.
Yeah,
that's what you're telling me.
If certain circumstances.
Well, no, there is no certain circumstances. Jesus didn't say, you know what, be good, but you know what, over here. That ain't what Jesus say, dude.
Jesus always
say,
Jesus always say, look, you be really good, but the storm hits you with the chain, that chain falls, you better.
No, Jesus say you better turn another cheek, let him hit you on the other side. Don't be hitting storm back. That ain't the right way to do things. Ain't the right way to do things.
So what happened to you?
Dude, let me tell you what happened.
Oh, go ahead. Wait a minute. Hang on. Ready? Look.
That's right. This is a big violin.
It's a big violin.
Oh, it's a big violin.
I'm ready for you. Come on, brother.
It's a big one. I'm beating the hell out of Chris Adams.
Are you?
And I'm in the fans' faces, and they're booing me, and they're hating me. Yeah. And I can't help it. They all look the same. That's not my fault.
You're so horrible.
Genetic mutations being what they are and not in their favor at that. It was bad. So I'm trying not to be distracted by these inbred little heathens, and I'm doing my job. I'm whooping butt, and I'm doing my thing.
Okay. And what happened?
This idiot is going to spear. Talking about Chris Adams, going to spear the referee. I move out of the way. Referee standing right there and gets cleaned out.
Oh, it's happened before. Yeah.
He got cleaned out,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Chris turns around, pop him, ego killer. You just don't get up from the ego killer. It's vicious. If nobody's seen it, ego killer's vicious.
Yeah.
Down. I had him covered for more than 10 seconds, dude. More than 10 seconds. So I'm like, all right, this is suspicious. Finally, a referee comes out there. And I'm just sitting there writing a novel at this point.
Yeah.
All right, I'm taking dictation, just sitting there having a good time, counting sheep.
Yeah.
All the good stuff that you do while you're waiting for your attorney for somebody to come out there.
Yeah.
Of course, he starts counting, and Adams, his wind, he kicks out. All right, about a half hour later. That's how long it took the referee.
Yeah.
So at that point, I know what's up. I know the game. I'm not stupid because Dirty hates me. So I took out my anger on the referee.
Yeah.
Knocked him clean out with ego killer. You didn't see that kid no more. Bye. I get back on Chris. I'm like, you about to pay for this. Because I know what's up. Then all of a sudden, the bell starts ringing. The bell just starts ringing.
Yeah. Because you got disqualified.
No, he can't. The referee didn't disqualify me. He's out.
Who disqualified you?
Exactly. So I'm getting to that part of it. No, this is a brilliant part. I look around, and Chris looks around because he don't know either.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I will say this for him, Chris had no idea what was happening either. It's like the Montreal screw job, just a redneck backwoods version of it.
Right.
Look over to my right, and Tony Dabbs is over there ringing a bell. Now, Tony Dabbs is ringing a bell, and he's no official at all.
Yeah.
In OWO.
Yeah.
None. He's just a wrestler. He doesn't own it. He is not a commissioner. He's not a GM. He's nobody.
Okay.
He's not an agent. He's nothing. And this dude's over there ringing the bell.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Dirty, who claims to be the saint and buy the book and all this other stuff, what does he do?
Mm-hmm.
He's hiding in the back. Never comes out to see what's going on. None of that. Knowing that another wrestler can't finish it, and they stop the match and everything right there.
So I was in the match.
And then tells me, then I'm told, well, tomorrow night you can wrestle Chris Adams again in Manatee for the number one contender spot. I'm like, okay. So I got screwed out of that one. And that's exactly what happened. You can see it.
So nobody else come out, just Tony Dabbs.
Yeah.
Okay,
dude.
wait a minute. Okay, hang on. Back up. Okay. I want to remind you of something that I seen on Bluff City.
What's that?
Okay, I remember one time. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was Bryson. I think it was when he lost. I think he lost the title back to I forget the gentleman's name. I think it was Chris. It was the guy's name. And and then you rang the bell, and you had no authority.
No, I did too, because they said no. They set me at the announce table, and I was in charge of the bell ringing. I had the authority.
No, you did not.
Yes, sir, I did too. Yes, I did. I rang that bell that whole day.
And then
I had the authority.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
So,
dude, they put me out there to do that job.
Well, hey,
that was my job.
I know, but Dirty might have sent.
No, he didn't.
Sent Dabbs back.
No, he didn't, because even Capesti didn't do it. He said he didn't know why he did it. Now, here's the kicker. You're the man, Big Daddy. Thank you, Todd. I am.
Good. Go ahead.
Pat Sullivan said head to Nashville, but I'll be there for my title match. Ooh, come on,
Yeah,
Pat. I'm in the mood today.
I know.
Come on, Pat.
He's ready for you, Pat.
Bring that shitar.
Yeah.
I still love that thing.
Oh, yeah,
like
it is
my
awesome.
favorite thing.
It is awesome.
So Saturday night, again, I'm like, that's fine. You got me that night. Y'all, good deal.
Yep.
You're trying to keep me away from the number one contendership. I got you.
Yep. Go ahead.
Dude. I get there Saturday night. Drive all the way over to that crap hole Manatee, which looks like a carbon copy of Pontotoc. I mean, those crap holes are basically twins, right? They're just awful. Now the building we were in was nice. The Manatee gym, I gotta say, it was a nice gym, nice place.
Yeah.
And then I made aware that my number one contenders match with Chris Adams is now a fatal 4-way elimination match.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dude, first of all, you got two guys in there who haven't earned anything. One guy hasn't wrestled in 87 years. Why is this dude in here? All right, why is he in a match? Well, because Stud couldn't be there that night.
Oh,
so we have to have him something to do because he's supposed to wrestle for the title. I don't know why. He never earned a number one contender spot. He just said, can I have one? And Dirty says, yeah, sure. Whatever. So they put him in that match. They put Big Nico in that match.
Yeah.
Nico's a young green guy, too.
No.
But I could at least understand why they put Nico in the match. But to do a fatal 4-way when it's supposed to be me and Chris, I'm looking forward to me and Chris.
Yeah.
Because we had a good match the night before. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to the rematch. And like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's do it. All of a sudden, it's a fatal 4-way. And now I'm pissed. So I know what I got to do. I'm about to throw a wrench in this whole freaking thing.
Oh, yeah.
So Dirty's plan, I'm about to wreck that thing. We go out there. Main event. I take out Nico. Dude, the ego killer I threw on him, clean that big 500 and something pound monster off his feet. It's a thing of beauty. Boom. Chris speared him after that. Chris piled on top of him. Mark Mayhem piled on top of him. And I was on top of that, making sure that big sucker wasn't getting up. Because that was the first two. You had to get him out of there.
Oh, yeah. That's true. I mean, yeah.
All right. Chris tries to jump me, tries to jump Mark. I take Chris out with an ego killer. I've had enough. And I'm sitting there and I don't pin him. I'm sitting there talking noise over the top of him. Now, here's my mistake. And I make them. I'm human. I forgot this other idiot was in there. So he rolls me up. And I'm like, this is some third grade stuff right here. So 1, 2, I go to kick out, and the ref hits 3. You can see my shoulder up. You can see it. And he still hits 3. Who do you think the referee was in that match? Jay?
Man, I would think it's probably Dirty.
No.
Who is it?
Who's your other dirty ref you would think it would be?
I don't know.
Yes, you do, because he co-hosts Bottom Card Booker with me all the time.
Oh, Alan, huh? Oh, 2 count. Did 2 count screw you over?
I drove up to the gym in Manatee, thought they were filming the remake of Wrong Turn. You were close.
Yeah.
Todd, you were right on. That's true. Very true. So, dude, at this point.
2 count screwed you over.
Yeah, him and Dirty.
Ooh.
So Dirty paid him to do it.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
Dirty, of course, denies it. So I'm losing my mind at this point. I'm like, okay, because Storm versus Stud, that's a headline match.
Yeah,
that's the match people in Houston want to see.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't been down there in 9 years, 8 years.
Yeah.
That's the match people want to see. They don't want to see Chris Adams and Stud. They don't want to see Mark Mayhem and Stud or Nico. They want to see Big Daddy and the Stud go at it.
Mm-hmm. Now, I want to see that.
And I do too.
I do too.
I'm ready.
Awesome.
Because me and him are back and forth, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we've done this dance a long time.
Yep.
One of the toughest guys I've ever been in the ring with, and brings out the best in me.
Well,
I'm all for it.
Again, because you two are the ones that got me into stuff.
Yeah, I'm all for it. So let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, I agree.
But no. So, and I make no bones about this. So I'm sitting on the outside saying, I'm about to wreck this then. I pull out my chain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm outside the ring, so I can't get disqualified.
Yeah.
I pull it out, wind it, and the people will see it because I make no bones about it. Well, I'm sorry. Back up. Because Alan did what he did.
Yeah.
Guess who got an ego killer for their troubles?
Has he got another shoe print on his face?
No, he might have one. I'm sure his butthole puckered up about 5 sizes.
Yeah.
I mean, it just.
Yeah.
It probably went internal even further. And I hop out of the ring and I'm mad. So I pull the chain out. I show it to the fans. I don't hide it. And they're like, oh. And then I knew what was going to happen. The green guy. Oh, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
I say green. Mark's been in the business. He just hadn't done it in a while.
Mm-hmm.
He parked his head through there, and I knocked the living hell out of him. Bam! And dropped him. Told Chris, there you go. Now pin him. You can be the number 1 contender. Go ahead. And he looks at me like, I'm not winning this way. I'm like, pin him. And he wouldn't pin him. So I jump in the ring with him like, you're going to pin him. Pin him. You wanted this? I made you, because I made Chris the champion.
Yeah.
I literally made Chris the champion a while back. You remember that episode happened?
Yeah.
Right? Made Dirty count it. Dirty's still mad at me for all that. This is what this is. Because it was Dirty's brother who I cost a championship match for and made Chris champion. Now, Chris all of a sudden is a good guy, right? Heels and faces, right? He don't decide. He don't know what he wants to be.
Yeah.
And then we're arguing by this point. I see out of the corner of my eye, I see Mark getting up again. I just deck him again. I laid him out this time. Bam. And I told Chris, pin him, get on him and pin him. Because I'm not winning that way. So I did what I have to do in a situation like that. My field goal kick would have been good from about 65.
Yeah.
About 65.
Yeah.
Caught him straight in his little tiny footballs. Bam. Chris folded over. I dumped him on top of Mark Mayhem. Another ref came out. 1, 2, 3. Chris is now the number 1 contender. Looked over at him and said, You're welcome. Remember, I made you
Mm.
again. So Dirty's mad.
Mm.
Chris is mad because he didn't win the right way.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you win the championship the right way. I did that for you. So everybody's angry at this point.
Yeah.
Fans are angry at this point.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't give a damn. That was my whole thing. And I told him, I said, show up in Houston. I told Dirty, you show up in Houston. I said, you think you can get over on me? I'm about to show you. So you don't know me like that. You don't know how low down I can be. And last night on Dirty's podcast,
Yeah.
he brought me on there and was trying to just give me hell about it. And even Jay Griffin told him, said, Dirty, you just don't understand this man. You don't understand what he's capable of and what he'll stoop to. I said, but Jay, he thinks he does. That's the problem. He thinks he knows me. He thinks he knows what bear he's poking here. I said, but he has no idea.
No, and I agree with you.
So, I mean, but don't profess to be some straight-laced character and straight-laced good guy and then pull stunts like this 2 nights in a row. You expect it from somebody like me.
No, yeah.
No question. You expect it from me. That's who I am. But I don't profess to be anything else.
No.
Right? I don't. And that's what so Dirty was trying to tell me I was lying last night. I said, Dirty, one thing about me, I don't lie. I said, Jay, tell him. Jay, he's like, Dirty, he's not wrong. He don't lie about it. He's going to tell you. You already know he's going to tell you the truth.
He ain't going to tell you what he's going to do.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you. Now, it's your job to stop me.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
I said, but you are just sitting here lying. Don't profess to be some kind of saint and good guy and then lie. I said, I ain't going to lie. I'm going to tell you right now. The next chance I get to cheat whoever it is I'm in the ring with on your show, I'm going to do it. It's not going to be pretty. Yeah. So, and remember, it's your fault.
I know.
It's your fault. So, this has become an issue. And I'm telling you, right now, when the 26 rolls around and Houston rolls around, I'm so pissed off. I didn't sleep well last night. So, I'm like, okay, you want me plotting? I'm there for it. We're going to see. Chance says, man, Tachi had some class when BDS came to town. Yes, sir, Chance. Yes, sir. Todd Temple Dirty should be grateful to have Big Daddy on his roster. Exactly, Todd. I keep telling these fools that. I mean, I am the star of that show. And that's not even being just conceited and egotistical. It's just true.
No, you're the one that put in the work on it.
When I come out there, dude, the energy level goes from here to here.
Can I ask you something about that show?
Always.
Who else put out promos for that show?
Well, I don't know. Dude, I haven't seen any. But you know this guy did.
I know.
Justin Klein was there. Justin Klein, he'll promote his stuff.
Yeah, very good.
I gotta say, I give it to him. First time I ever met Justin, actually, Justin Klein.
No, was it?
Yeah, first time I met him. We finally met each other and stuff. I like Justin Klein. I thought he was good. I thought he'll help this dude out. But we saw a lot of new guys this weekend. I mean, a lot of young kids made their debut. Elijah Owens made his debut.
Yeah. This
loose booty Larry Bates, I met him. Still don't know why they call that dude loose booty, and I don't want to know. Well, there's zero interest in finding out why. Hunter, was down there. Dakota Cage was down there. The Heart Attack Kid himself, Tony Dabbs, made his in-ring appearance.
Yes, he did.
What, just a couple of short weeks, if it isn't even that, after having a heart attack? Yeah.
That's hey, my hat's off,
Look,
man.
it was impressive. And then for all as dirty as I got done Friday night, I was proud of him Saturday night.
Yeah.
Because the true Tony Dabbs showed up Saturday night.
No, did it?
Oh, yeah. Him and Ray Ray. And I love to see it. It was great. Even though he lost to a know-nothing little punk, he still showed up. Yeah. 2 weeks after having a heart attack. That's a man right there.
Oh, it is.
That's a man right there.
Oh, I agree. I agree.
We had promotions at MCW. What happens? Dirty should be grateful to have. We had promotions at MCW.
Very cool.
I wouldn't shower in front of someone named Loose Booty Larry Bates. I wouldn't either.
No. He needs a new name.
Master. Dang. You might not be wrong.
He needs a new name badly, dude. No,
I know MCW's had a lot of good stuff going. They have
they do.
This weekend, actually. They're doing a lot. They've been doing this the anti-bullying campaign that they're doing. I think they got several things that they're trying to work with. I haven't talked to the guys in a while.
Yeah.
And I got pulled back into this whole Friday night deal because I'm supposed to be taking off for a while because I got this new job. But having said that, I am the MIW
Yeah. There you are.
heavyweight champion.
Yes, you are.
One night
Sitting
in.
right here.
Sitting right there. Hey, Angel, how are you doing? I got your shirt about to be put in the mail, as a matter of fact, Angel. Yours and Mark's and Jeff's, as a matter of fact, going in the mail today. So we will have those. But yeah, all in all, terrible weekend. Devil's Rejects and y'all did East Coast dirty. No, we did not do them dirty. We gave them exactly what they deserved. Exactly. I wish people could see. There's a video that needs to be leaked. I wish people could see it. I wish people could see it. It needs to be leaked, I think. Because the Devil's Rejects are awesome. Love those guys. East Coast Trans Boys, not so much. Not so much. They need to lay off the Bud Light, the Trans Light beer. Get rid of it. It's affecting you guys. Doing great. Angel, doing great. I was until this weekend. Let me rephrase that. I was doing great. Been a tough Monday, but we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. So, yeah, dude. And then I found out other information that made me angry.
What's that?
Dude, we talked about this. I talked about this on part of a deal. We didn't really get to do After Dark Monday night or Saturday night.
Yeah.
Because we were traveling. However, when you have your show booked and another show comes into town and gets your show canceled, I have an issue with that.
Yeah.
I have a real issue with that.
Yeah.
And this is straight up, no work in a straight shoot.
Yeah. I agree with that.
You are truly a low down piece of garbage when you do that.
And I say we don't even mention who that. Oh man, I'm
not. No, but the point is that guy. He needs for this. He needs all the recognition in the world.
Yeah.
Because here's what happens: you go in there, then you try to hide it under the name of a fundraiser. Well, they're trying to ruin our fundraiser. We were already booked at that venue, right? We're already booked. Had the venue already booked.
Yeah, I know.
And then they book one on top of it. Why? Because said promoter, who's a piece of trash, he got mad at Dirty simply because Dirty promoted our Crossroads show up here and that whole thing. So now they're trying to move in down there. They're trying to cause all this drama, and that's what they did. And literally made a phone call to the National Guard Armory, to the colonel down there, and got the show canceled. Because they said we were trying to ruin their crowd. This is a place where we always run.
No.
And it's pretty pathetic. It's pretty sad that this is the kind of thing that happens.
You think about this too. I think he's probably that particular idiot is probably pissed off because we're running Hadley's too.
Oh, I don't. Who knows?
You know, I don't know. Oh, don't forget we got a show called Lewisburg. We got to talk about that too, real quick.
We are talking about the Lewisburg show.
We are. Yes.
So September 9th, if y'all can make it.
Yes.
This is in Lewisburg, Mississippi.
Yep.
So North Mississippi.
Yep.
Big show. It is going to be a big show for at the Patriot Fest for Lewisburg High School.
Yep.
For their traveling marching band, as a matter of fact. And they're doing the whole day starts at 10. It's from 10 to 6, right? They're going to have a cornhole tournament, which you can enter. They're going to have vendor booths, which you can get one if you're a vendor. You got products to sell. You can be a vendor.
Yep.
You can be part of that. They're going to have food trucks, inflatables, bring your kids. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah,
we're going to have a meet and greet for the wrestling at 3. Wrestling starts at 4, and I can promise you an exciting hour and 45 to 50 good minutes of wrestling action.
Yep.
It's going to be a blast. And that is September 9th in Lewisburg, Mississippi.
We line up
it's going to be fun. There are some really good matches on call. Brody says, especially when that town was already promotions town. Exactly, dude.
Exactly.
Then you come in and get their show canceled and try to steal their town too. Exactly. Chances a 5-star scumbag. That's true.
Yes, he is.
And that's what I mean, dude. So how do you counter that? You counter it by going out and putting on your stuff and making your shows better. I mean, because whining about it's really not going to help you.
No, it's not.
Well, the only thing you can really do is say, you know what? We're about to show you then.
Yeah.
About to show. Now, normally I would just let stuff like different things when people are doing petty stuff. You kind of let some things you just let go and you don't give them the time of day.
No.
But stuff like that, people need to see
Yeah.
what kind of scumbag they're really dealing with, because if he doesn't get his way,
Yeah.
this is the kind of underhanded BS stuff that he pulls, right?
I mean,
And he ain't the only one.
no, he's not.
Brody had to deal with the situation in MIW. He ain't,
Not really.
So, oh yeah. I told you about that. We talked about that.
Yeah.
That's the one where they sent the kid to try to sell tickets at Brody's show to steal his crowd on a Friday night
No,
to
I did not hear
to
about
run a
that.
town 20 miles down the road.
Well, did
Yeah.
said guy get his ass beat? Excuse my language. He's cuss.
He has been threatened.
Yeah.
Or it's been promised an ass whooping, really.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's got one coming.
I mean, but
that's a receipt
it
right there, buddy.
It didn't work. That's the thing. But this is what happens, right? You try to do that, and and then here's what guys, when they do that, they try to turn it around.
Yeah.
Or they try to turn it around like it's not their fault, it's your fault. Why would you not let us sell tickets at your show? We were going to do it afterwards. You're still trying to take somebody else's crowd on a Friday, knowing they run every Friday
and I
night.
hate to say it too. It goes back. I'm going to tell you right now. It goes back to the same thing we said too. What if her show was totally trash?
Well, that's a problem.
And if it's totally trash, and then you said, even if you said, hey man, let's try to help this organization out. I'm going to check that organ. I don't mind helping out anybody, but I'm going to check that organization out. You just don't come in. You ask about that.
Well, and here's the thing: if they were to run it on a Saturday, Brody will probably help them out.
Exactly,
MIW would have helped them out
exactly
to promote their show.
But you just don't come in and start giving freaking tickets.
No, you don't. And here's
an idiot.
Here's the other thing with that too, is that so because these fans will travel to different shows.
Yeah.
So MIW is in Middleton, Tennessee.
Yeah. I
had some of Brody's crowd at OWO.
Exactly. Oh, I know.
Friday and Saturday night this week.
Yeah.
All right. That is so you're talking from Middleton, Tennessee, Pontotoc, Manatee. Now it's close to Manatee right there. Yeah. That's just down from all that area, so I get that. And Manatee is not that far from Pontotoc.
No, all you think about is back in the day, we had people that they were doing shows in Corinth, Mississippi.
Yep.
We're doing shows down here. And one of the rare nights I got to go up and got to wrestle, I was in the ring. I'm looking, wow, I knew half the people in there.
Well, that's the thing. So wrestling fans will travel.
They will travel. Yes, they would travel.
And so that's the thing about these guys going in here and stealing these crowds and trying to steal audience members like that. It's a thing that can happen.
Yeah.
That's because when I walked out Friday night, I looked over there. I'm like, y'all supposed to be in MIW. What y'all doing down here?
Yeah.
That sort of thing. Because but they travel. And I get that. They want to.
They love it.
And that's the thing. Now they go up to MIW all the time. I think they just wanted to go down to OWO, but on that 2-weekend event. But OWO really only wrestling mostly on Saturdays. They don't do many Fridays except for school stuff. And then this show on this weekend had to be on the date it was.
But it goes back to dude didn't approach Brody, didn't say anything to him. He's out there trying to sell tickets to their show. Didn't ask nobody.
No, but that's what.
And that's what's. I mean, come on. For one thing, you go up to that guy, you talk, and I mean, if he agrees like that, looks at your product, you got a good product, everything else. That was same thing we do with Bluff City, same thing that we do with APW and everybody else is coming up, MIW and everybody else. Yes, we're Crossroads. That's our organization, but we support a lot of other good organizations. OWO. Right. We got so many other organizations that we promote because they're good. Their stuff is good.
Exactly. And
we work together.
But
we don't try to step
on each other's
toes.
So like that's what I was saying here. Hey, what's up, Mark? Brody said, yeah, but you didn't sell tickets to them. JR Green doesn't count. JR was down there too. But that was my thing, though. But that's what I meant was like these fans will travel on their own to go see a show. Okay.
Yes,
you're not, and it's different if you throw a show up and people say, hey, I'm going to go down there and see that show. But you should not purposely try to go take somebody's crowd. No. I have a problem with that. If a person chooses to go see somebody else or different, or they want to go and see a certain show, whatever. That's your choice as a fan. I don't care. What I do care about is when some other promotion tries to come in and take somebody's crowd that somebody else is working on and building up and introducing them to something, because now there is that level of expectation, right, with the quality of the product.
Yeah.
And if they go to another one that's trash, like the DeWhat's of the world, then you have a problem.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. For one thing, all you have to do is ask. Talk to Brody, ask. Come in there and say, hey, can I speak to, whoever's in charge? Like that. Sit there and talk to him. Instead of just come out there on your own, buying a ticket, then trying to give out your tickets.
Well, that wasn't the thing. No, that's not how that worked. It was another worker who's
It was another worker.
Yeah, but the good thing about the kid, we like the kid. I like the kid. He was straight up about it and asking, and so that's I think that's how it was all. It all came
Is he
to light.
is he green?
He's a young guy.
Okay, well that's fine. I mean, but
the guy, but he never should have been put in that situation,
no,
right?
Did whoever's running the show, is that who told him to do that?
Yes.
That's okay. With that being said, for one thing, when somebody's green, yeah, you scold them and you try to you don't really blame them, but whoever's promoting that show, I'd have a little sit down with him real quick.
But that's what I'm saying. So, and there was a lot more being said, and then other people saying stuff. Other people start running their mouth about things they don't know about or that they're just straight up lying about. That's why there's some people in this industry I don't care for.
Oh, I agree.
And because they're liars. And it's funny when I hear people talk about certain guys like with reverence. I'm like, really? Do you actually know that person? Because that person's scum.
Yeah, I mean,
because I've seen what they do.
If you think about or you think about this, there's a certain amount of there's certain people that we have at our shows and certain people that we don't over the years that we've learned.
Yeah, I will not. I ain't booking just anybody on my show.
No.
You ain't gonna be scummy and be on my show. If I find out you are, you'll never be back.
And I'm sorry, I don't care how good you are. If you're a scumbag, you're not getting on our show.
No, I have no desire to deal with that.
I don't care if you've been on WWE. If you're a scumbag, you're not getting them for sure. Just period.
Brittany says karma will get all of them, and it needs to.
Yeah,
it needs to.
It does.
But I mean, you got such a lot of guys who are out there busting their butts, and then they work in front of these crowds, and these crowds, it's important, especially for young guys. I've been kind of in front of all kinds of crowds, and I love performing in front of all kinds of crowds. Yeah. But you got young guys who are trying to cut their teeth and get in here and learn the business and learn all this stuff, and then stuff like this happens. It's like, dude, I mean, you can bust a guy's confidence real easy with stuff like this. Like, so here's what, I was sitting there, and this is one of them old veteran moments you have, or maybe it's just a life moment. I was sitting there in my chair Saturday. I had a few minutes of peace where I was just sitting there relaxing and thinking. I'd already matches were, just guys were getting dressed and they were doing their thing, and I'm sitting there, and some matches had already taken place, and prayers out to Jay Webb, by the way, and it's on successful surgery and all that.
Very cool.
And you're sitting there and I'm listening because I listen. I don't care how long you've been in this business. Listening is such an important key.
Yes, it is.
So I'm listening to the chatter going on. I'm listening to the matches that were coming up and matches that had happened, and you listen out there to the fans' reactions to certain matches and what went on.
Exactly.
And you had young kids with their first matches, which was great. All right, because that's an experience right there, because you can see it in their eyes.
Yeah.
Like, you see it in their eyes. Like, and I remember that. I remember being that guy.
Yeah.
And it's fun to see. But I'm sitting there, and then I look at, like Dredd, and I look at Solomon.
Yeah.
And who are both down there, of course. And Mick, it was his first night. Mick Vicious' first night in OWO too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I'm looking at these guys, and I'm sitting there thinking, you know what? I'm proud of all of them. How far they've come in a short amount of time, because they're only about.
Yeah, you're
well,
right.
except for Mick. I mean, the other two guys, as far as short amount of time in the business.
What, a year?
A little over a year.
A little over a year, both of them.
So it's like, man, but they're listening, right? And they're trying to put on best matches, and now they're communicating. They're getting a little more out of their shell to where they're not just sitting back. And waiting on the information to come to them. So they're seeking out information, right? Trying to get better, taking in what people are saying, not getting butthurt when criticism's brought their way, like, hey, you got to do this.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the guys don't approach it from being an asshole, right? They're just like, hey, this is the problem you see. This is what we kind of want to do.
That's what we do.
Let's work on this, right? Which is what you got to do.
Yeah.
I was even that way after my match.
Yeah.
And telling people, well, I'm talking specifically Saturday night.
No.
During that fatal four-way, just giving out critiques afterwards.
Yeah.
And nothing bad and nothing scathing, right? Mm-hmm. It's just like, hey, if you've got so-and-so, just, that's all we do, right? Because there's a way to approach it where you're not trying to shatter somebody's ego, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of guys, honestly, are trying to get better and learn. Nobody wants to go out there and suck.
No.
Even the worst person doesn't want to go out there and suck.
Nobody does.
The difference is between the worst people and the people who continue to get from worse to okay to better, to good, to great, is those guys are always wanting to learn, and they take it to heart. Like, okay, I know that's up. Yeah. What do I do here? How do I get better? Instead of just dealing with sucking, right? Some guys just stay in the suck zone. Dwats. They stay in the suck zone. They're incapable of looking in the mirror and going, "Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
I need to stop.
Yeah.
I need to try to get better."
Yeah. I mean, to be
So,
trained.
and
That's just it. They're not trained.
no, but even the ones that were,
No.
as the ones that are on that thing,
We've seen people
know
that
better.
are-
They know better.
Yeah.
But they don't care. There's no passion there for it.
The way I look at it is, and when I say this, you're probably going to disagree with me. The only reason I say, you got to listen to everything I'm going to say. The only reason I say I give to what even some kind of a bit of a pass is they're not trained at all. They're just backyard, and I don't know what the crap they're doing.
Well, and it's this. Hey,
You know.
Johnny, what's up, buddy? Johnny says, "What about Johnny Dobson? I am not a scumbag." No, you're not.
No, Johnny's not a scumbag. He's not a scumbag.
But I'll say this. I will say this. When you're in a position to educate and teach,
Yes.
if you love this business at all, at all,
Yeah.
you can't sit there and first of all ostracize the guys who are just coming in because they're the future of the business, whether
Yes.
you like it or not.
Yeah.
And that's kind of on you to say, well, I can shun you or I can help you and make sure, because when I'm gone, because Father Time comes and gets us all. It just does. And it's your time to go. It's your time to go. But you can leave behind something that helps the business you supposedly say you love.
Yeah, you're supposed to leave it better.
Because how many times do we hear that? I love this business, but
you love it, but you got to.
What are you giving to the business?
Better than it was when you
do,
got there.
and loving that and leaving it better is by introducing these young guys, getting them better, bringing them in, and making sure they grow in the business.
All right.
That's how you have to do it.
All right, I'll go back. You remember when we had Redeem out here? Every time I went to Redeem, I went to that crow's nest up there and I watched every match.
Yeah.
And there's a few times that that I went to the and I would go up there and I didn't get on there. But I mean, I would if I was seeing something that was there was a particular match that they had a referee and two guys out there, that were and a manager, but they were they were all good. But I mean, the thing is the chemistry was totally off. And I told them how that I was so me looking. I was glad I was watching. So let me tell you how the chemistry. But I saw how the chemistry got off kilter. And and I was back in there, I was like, oh, okay. And what it was the, in other words, the heels over here cheating, and the referee's looking right at him, and it's like, wait till the
and then, those are educational things.
And then the manager will be over here talking to the referee, and they're just having a regular match in front of them. That's what that was the only thing that I saw was like. It was like the cheat was going right in front of the referee instead of waiting to the manager.
And Johnny says, I love getting there teaching the guys. And that's true. I mean, and as a vet, you have to.
You have to.
You have to. I enjoy it. I love passing
on.
Look, I'm telling you.
We're out there tomorrow.
I was in there with Big Nico right Saturday night. And Nico's huge.
Yeah.
All right. And Nico is a sweetheart of a human being.
Yeah.
He is.
I've met him.
He's young. He's naive still to the business. But by God, he wants to be better. And somebody who wants to be better, I'm going to do everything that I can to help you be better. Like, I can't teach from Johnny's point of view because Johnny, he's a smaller guy. He's a faster guy. He's more of a technician. I can't do that. What I can do is teach you a bigger man style, and I am great with the crowd.
Yeah.
That's where I shine.
I know.
All right. That's my thing. Throwing a perfect arm drag and stuff like that, drop kick, not my thing.
Yeah.
I can throw them. They're going to look funky.
Yeah.
but that's just how it is. So, and that's how, but that's because people are different.
Yeah.
All right. So, and that's okay. That's what they should be. All of us should not be cookie cutter of one another, right? It's the individuality that makes wrestling great.
Yeah.
That's what makes wrestling shine.
Exactly.
But you can still pass along knowledge that will help that man and that woman, for that matter, figure out who they can be and how they can be, because they can take some of your knowledge.
Exactly.
They can do some of the stuff that a smaller guy can do, take some of that knowledge, and vice versa. A smaller guy can take something the big man can do as far as style things go and say, oh, I think I can apply that and be their own unique self.
Yeah.
That's what's missing to me is individuality. I see too many guys trying to look at old WWE stars and old WCW stars and trying to be that guy. Don't be that guy.
Yeah.
You can take stuff from them.
Yeah.
And create your own stuff. Every move in wrestling has been modified at one point or the other.
Yeah.
All right. Everything has been. There's nothing original in wrestling. It's all just been modified and changed and made somebody's own. That's the beautiful part about it.
Yeah.
That is the beautiful thing about wrestling and the collaboration. But if people will not sit there, and that's why I instill in young guys, don't be afraid to ask these questions.
No.
You're not going to sound stupid. What sounds stupid is when I hear silence on your end and you just look at me. That to me is like, if you don't understand something, say it. Say it. All right. I'm not getting what you're saying. Can you explain it to me? Absolutely.
Yeah,
Let's go through it.
exactly.
I
But
will
you-
go through it slow as I have to make sure you get what I'm saying, because maybe I'm not saying it right. So you can understand what I'm saying. So that communication is important. And if we teach the young guys that, if we can get these young guys to understand it, the business will be fine.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, my focus is always on ring psychology. It's
Yes.
always on business psychology. It's
Exactly.
on working the fans, because the fans are number one in wrestling.
And I
Period.
agree.
If you
It's-
can't engage, nothing else matters. And I tell all these guys that, and I explained that to them the other night. Like when you tell a guy to slow down,
Yeah.
and a lot of guys don't know what that means, but they do. Some of them do, and you're trying to teach the ones that do. And I'm not going to explain it here. But when I tell them that, it's the whole point of that is there's an audience out here who just paid money to see you.
Let them absorb it. They got to absorb
You
it.
have to acknowledge their
Yes.
existence.
Yes.
You have to bring them into your match.
Yes.
And if you can't do that, you're not really wrestling.
No.
All right. You're doing moves and great, but nobody cares. Now you're just putting forth an exhibition that really hasn't drawn anybody in. It's like watching somebody in Taekwondo do a kata, right?
Yeah.
Now, when I see Taekwondo artists actually after sparring, that's fun. I don't really care for the kata part of it.
No, I don't either.
But when you see the other part, oh, okay. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
So, there's things you enjoy about stuff and things you don't. Nobody loves practice.
No.
Nobody who plays football loves practice, but you do it because you want to be better.
No, I know. I'll go back to our boys, our guys like that. One thing, where are they going to be at tomorrow? Everyone will be out there Tuesday.
Be out there in
and working on their craft. And they're already doing matches and everything else on TV and everything else. But what they're doing, they're still out there honing their craft. That's what you're supposed to do. They're taking advice. They don't get mad at us when we say, hey, guys, right there, wait a minute, stop right there. And if we stop them and tell them something, they don't get mad.
No.
They don't get pissed.
No.
They listen. And some of the advice they take, it was something as simple the other day. It was something like, hey, man, add a kick to that. Just before you go, just add this, before you, I love what you're doing, but add this on. Add us. Cool. But, anything, little things.
Well, it's like the other night at training. At some point, you got to say, okay, look, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Y'all can do moves.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yes.
Y'all are great at it.
Yes.
But there's one crucial thing you're not doing.
Yeah.
You're not working. You've never once looked at the crowd.
Got to work at that crowd.
You've never engaged the crowd.
Got to.
You've never put your character out there. You have to do that in training.
And another thing too, it's not. Of course, heels, of course, have got to piss off the crowd, but also,
but babies have to.
But
get
babies
engaged
got to
too.
engage. You got to. I don't care if you're a baby or a heel. You've got to engage with that crowd.
That's right. Barry says, "I love hearing the way y'all talk to these young kids and encourage them." It says new guys are going to screw up. It doesn't mean that anyone, even the fans, have to criticize there or put out negative energy. And I agree, because
we've all blown
putting
spots.
out,
Everybody's blown a spot.
Yeah, I mean, dogging somebody and then booing against the bad guys, that's two different things.
Yeah.
Right. And some people take it way too far.
Yeah.
Savage Brotherhood really works the fans. MCW fans are vocal and rowdy. Very true. They are very vocal and very rowdy.
Oh, and it's fun when you got a crowd like that.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of amazing young talent out there. I just wish they'd cut more promos and promote themselves more. Preach it to the crowd.
We preach it every week. We preach it every week.
Sparring is one of my weakest things I do, but I keep doing so. I will improve and get better. That's what it's about. Exactly, Chance. And that's what I mean, right?
Exactly.
So you're continuing when you're in martial arts. That's right.
I'm so proud of Chance.
You go get your best. You strive towards the next one. You're trying to get better always, right?
Yeah.
And that's what you should do.
Exactly.
But it's just one of those things where these young kids, I want to see them get better.
It is, and like I said, I brag on our crew all the time. We've got such a great crew, got such a great crew of guys. They're young, they're hungry, they listen.
Mm-hmm. But we tell them this, and I say this, and I mean this with all of my heart.
Yeah.
I'm not stepping aside for you.
No.
Because if I just give you something,
no, they're not.
What have you earned?
Exactly. That's what I love about it too. All of our guys, this. All of our guys earn everything
they have to
got.
Because they're told from day one.
Exactly.
I'm not stepping aside for you.
No.
You have to take my spot.
Yeah.
I'm not stepping aside.
No.
I put in my years of work.
Agreed.
And I continue to do that. And everybody should.
Well,
my view is that you're not going to take. I'm not going to sit here and go, okay, well, I reached so and so point. Now I'm going to go back over here and sit on the bench and just let you play when you're not even in my league.
No, the way I look at it, I want you to be the Big Daddy Storm. I want the best Big Daddy Storm every time. If you wrestle one of our new guys or whatever,
Always.
because
I'm
it's
not
going to make
dialing
them
back.
better. What's going to make them better? Because if you're slacking, if you're saying, well, he's up this guy, no, that's not going to help them. That's
No,
not going to help
it
them
doesn't.
at all.
I do them no favors at all
No.
by just wrestling down to them. You have to wrestle up to me.
Yes.
You have to get up to where I'm at.
Now, with
if
that
you're
saying,
gonna
that,
improve.
and to me, if you ask me, there's a difference between taking liberties and trying to make your opponent better. Because it's like me, especially me being a baby, I'm gonna sell for you, but you better damn sure bring it too. You know,
Yep. Melissa
and
says,
that's the main thing.
it is.
Because being a baby, you know, what I do. Being a baby, you take the biggest part of the butt kicking you take.
Yep.
You know, but then again, I'm not going to just take somebody that's not getting over, that's not engaging with that crowd, that's just kind of going through a bunch of moves on me and expecting me to lay there. And you know, I'm going to take over. You know, it's just. You know, you got to engage with the crowd. You got to go. You got to do your job. That's part of the job. You know.
Melissa says, gotta brag, MCW has brought some trainees out, and let me tell you, they done great bases and heels, and that's they do some great training over there too.
Exactly,
they really do.
You know, we talk about our training like that, but there's a bunch because Johnny's got it going on with up there at Bluff City with his training he's doing. MCI's doing real good. APW's, they get together, I think, on Thursdays. Some of our guys went up there and trained with them and said they did a real good job.
They do real good over there.
There is so many good organizations that have good trainers that are training proper.
Yes.
Now,
and you have to be, you just got to be willing to learn.
And God bless them. We know it was I do too, brother. We've seen some that's been trained and all they knew how to do was a pile driver.
Yep.
You know, I mean, and then putting them in the ring.
And it's not good. It's not good for anybody. Nobody learns doing that stuff. So yeah. So it's been a fun weekend. It's been a hard weekend, but it's been an interesting one.
Oh yeah.
It has been an interesting one.
I got to catch up. I was out of town all week. So
they don't tell you. It was wild. Then Bluff City's show, I was worried about how the show was going to look Saturday. I'll be honest. I was. And then I watched it. And I was like, okay, it's good.
No, I'll watch it when I get out. I had a chance to watch that one.
It was good. It's a wild show. That 30-minute show is really something. I like the 30-minute format.
Yeah.
Because it's all action.
Yeah.
Pretty much. There's a lot of stuff you cram in 30 minutes. That's got to be going.
Well, you got to really, and when I say this, it is totally not a compliment. You really got to be a good organization to put together a 30-minute show.
You do, because this is the conversation we had Saturday night.
If you don't, then no.
Because here's a problem a lot of people have trying to work TV.
Yeah.
Working actual television.
Yeah.
It is a lot different than doing a house show. House shows are just relaxed, laid back.
You can go over.
You don't
do what you want to do.
Yeah, you can do anything. But TV is work.
Yeah.
You have to be on point. You can't sit there and just mess around or everything gets pushed behind. And because that's the biggest gripe I hear.
Yeah.
Is that, well, it's just not the same. I mean, everything's just more intense. I mean, because you're on a tight schedule. Stuff has to be right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to play to the camera.
You do. There's so many aspects that go into it. But
bunch.
Your ins and outs, if you spend too much time flouncing around outside the ring, you have a 5-minute match, buddy. You get in the ring, bell rings, it's time to go home.
Yeah.
So
you're right, because you got to remember 5 minutes count. That's your entrance.
Everything. So there's a lot of discipline that goes into it, and you find out a lot of guys can't handle it. They struggle with it mentally because it's so different, especially if they've never done it.
Yeah.
So it's so far removed from what they're used to.
Because
you're used to showing up at a house show, shooting the crap for a while.
Yeah,
just chilling out. What are we doing? We'll figure it out.
We've all relaxed, but we've all been there on that.
Yep.
And you go answer.
¿Qué pasa? Hey, are you kidding? 4:15, Amanda.
She figured it out yet, has she?
Amanda, you know who this is you're talking to? Oh my God. I can't believe it took you this long.
Well,
I can't believe it took you this long to figure it out. My voice is one of a kind, Amanda.
Tracy said we sound just alike.
I know it. Here's Andy.
Yeah. Hey, girl, we're on the air. I'll call you back in a minute.
Just confirming your appointment. Go ahead and confirm it. You can confirm it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I will ring you back. I think that'd be cool, especially for me. Trey might not make it. I'm gonna go.
So,
all right. You're on the air. What?
Wait, what?
I love it.
Yep, I heard about that.
Oh yeah,
I'll hear about that later. That's funny.
That's funny. That was funny.
Oh Lord. But yeah, so what the hell were we talking about? I got distracted that easy.
I know, bird.
Squirrel. What? Oh, before we go, because we are almost out of time today. I appreciate you guys tuning in. But August 26th, it's going to be a big weekend. We have Bluff City TV. That's what we were talking about, TV.
Yeah, TV, yeah.
Bluff City TV in the morning. That's a TV taping. It's going to be a big one, and it's going to be a lot of fun, I think. There ain't no telling what's about to happen, because I know a certain somebody will be back in the studio. I'm just saying. It's going to be crazy. And then that night, I will be in Houston, Mississippi, because OWO, y'all got a reckoning coming down there. And then on Friday nights, of course, you got MIW. I'll be at MIW on Friday night. MCW has their shows. I know APW has a big show coming up. There's a lot of good wrestling going around there. But back to the TV. So I want to finish up this conversation.
Okay, all
right. Howard says, I hope the younger guys tune in and listen as well as training in the ring. What you guys are talking about is invaluable for the new generation. Thanks, buddy. Good seeing you, and happy birthday again. I got to hang on my boy.
Yes, man, I'll tell you, hey, Howard, we need you to come down one day and nothing, just have a little seminar.
I swear we
really need that. I mean, you need to get in the ring, brother. Just your knowledge is unreal. And we would love to have you down there anytime, brother. Anytime you want to come out there and train, please, we beg you to come out there.
Angel, come on up on the 26th. You'll have a good time. Mark says, still slightly irritated that Dirty paid the ref off and screwed you over. Me too. Because Dirty's an asshole. You already know, Mark. You already know how it is. But yeah, we had a great time. But TV's tough. TV is rough.
Yeah, it is.
Because everything has to be on point. You have to go.
Yeah.
I mean, your slots are what they are. And if you're not on point to do it, buddy, you are in trouble. You're screwed up, and it's not going to work for you.
Yeah.
And so I see why a lot of people get so frustrated.
Yeah.
Trying to do TV. I understand it, but at the same time, it tests you on a different level.
Yeah.
What anybody can go do a house show.
Yeah.
Try to do TV.
And
then keep your sanity.
Yeah.
Right. And keep your ego in check, because it's difficult.
Yeah.
TV asks a different thing out of you entirely.
It's
not the same stuff. And you find out real quick, like, oh, I don't know if I'm made for this.
Yeah.
Or you have to fight through it and go, well, made for it or not, I got to see if I can make this work.
Yeah,
if you really want to do it, because it is a choice.
Yeah.
Like with anything else. It's like, all right, I'm about to be here with some dudes, and we got 4 minutes.
Yeah.
How am I going to make this work?
Exactly.
And again, that's your professionalism coming out. And how good are you? You say you're good.
Yeah.
I think I'm good, but am I good? Can I do this? Can I still get the reactions I got to get and do the things I've got to do in the time I've got to do it? I don't know. We're about to find out. And that's kind of how that works, right? So one way or the other, TV, that's why TV is so interesting, and the things that we do are so interesting. And the 26th will be fun. Big weekend of wrestling. September 9th is coming up. Yes. Lewisburg is going to be a huge show.
And there will definitely be promos on that, I can guarantee you.
There will be a lot of stuff coming out for that. So just be ready.
Yeah.
Going to be a lot of things going on. Guys, we appreciate y'all tuning in today.
Yep.
Great show. Thanks for hanging out with us. This actually has turned into a thing. Hey, what's up, Marvin? Y'all have fun out there. Be safe. Marvin, I got a commercial I'm about to shoot you tonight.
Yep.
I will have that. I'm trying to get it done. So it's going to be pretty cool, I think. But I'll have that done for you. Guys, gals, we'll be back here next Monday.
Yep.
Heels and Faces. See y'all then.
Later.